Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Pavlovsky's able to just get enough of a touch on it to release it to Davies. Davies will send it forward. Usman Fall gets it over to the far side. Wanja Bedard deflected, and it's in! What a deflected goal for Kalanji Pro Profile to take the lead. Awanja Bedard with the goal.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
And there it is, your 2025 UPSL Women's National Champions. It is the Albany Alley Cats.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome in to a windy night of UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It is LSA Mustangs taking on Atlanta Fire United here at Meadowcreek Stadium in Norcross, Georgia. Larry, we were bringing you through all of tonight's match. Thank you for joining us here tonight on ASMG TV with our doubleheader coverage going on right now between LSA Mustangs and Atlanta Fire, and also SSL and Pachuca, Georgia. Thank you so much for watching tonight. We have a really interesting matchup here tonight as we have two teams. LSA Mustangs, a new creation from the LSA Norcross system. We watched LSA Norcross Pro play last night, and we saw them lose to Kalanji Pro Profile tonight. Atlanta Fire United, this is their first match of this season, so it'll be interesting to see how this match goes. And this setup here with the LSA Mustangs, several more of the starters from last season that was a part of the entire LSA Norcross Pro is here in this lineup compared to last night's lineup, which was a little bit more of the U23s from the previous season. That gets you all cut up on when we talk about the rosters. Take a look at the fixtures for week 2 of the UPSL Premier Division here in the Georgia Conference. UMA FC and Angeles, they ended in a 1-1 draw. Red Top with a good win over UFA Lawrenceville. Georgia Impact and Potros, they drew 1-1, so that's 2 draws in a row for Potros FC to start their season. That match that's going on right now over at Snellville, Georgia, over in that match between SSL and Pachuca, Georgia. That one is currently sitting 0-0, so we're just waiting to get closer to halftime there. And of course, our match here that will end week 2 of the Premier Division in the Georgia Conference. You can hear the wind out there on the field microphone. 82 degrees, wind at 11, gusting to 14. A little bit more wind than we had here last night when we had the Norcross game. So we will definitely hear a little bit more, and it'll be Atlanta Fire that are going to get us underway first. They are in the red kits moving from left to right. Mustangs, they're in the yellow and blue tops moving from right to left. Christopher Haggerty, our center official, is ready to blow the whistle and let that Voight ball, Voight, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL, get underway. The whistle is blown, and we are underway here in Norcross. Thank you so much for watching here on ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get all of our content, not just these live matches, but podcast interviews, highlights, so very much more. And there's a mistake right off the bat. Gets around the keeper, puts it away, and it's 1-0 in a matter of seconds for the LSA Mustangs. Number 11, Camilo Penagos with the goal. And just like that, they're back to scoring goals. Take a look at this. So fast. We are only seconds in. Ball played back in defense. Penagos comes up, takes it away, goes around the keeper, and buries it by himself to make it 1-0 Mustangs. That is not what Atlanta Fire needed to get their season started. Atlanta Fire had week 1 off. They come out against the Mustangs automatically. A goal off the top, not what the Fire needed. Fire took last season off in the Georgia Conference. That ball played back to Alexander Diouf. That ball go out. It will be a throw. Cleared out by the keeper. Right back into possession of the Mustangs. Now here come the Fire down here on the near line. Somehow no foul was called there. Haggerty let them play. Now here they come on the attack again, the Mustangs. Trying to slow up is Carrera. He plays it back to Xavier Diouf. He'll take a shot. Save! Backed up. Oh, he couldn't get the second one, but he's off sides. That almost was 2 goals in 4 minutes. That second attempt, the goalkeeper for Atlanta Fire was able to deflect it with his leg, but he wasn't able to keep it out. Lucky for him, it was offsides. Couldn't tell if that was Stanley Etienne who took that attempt that was called offsides. This LSA Mustangs organization, along with their Norcross partners, it is a family affair. We have so many brothers that are playing in this Mustang team. Able to keep it in was Penagos. Played it back to Gutierrez. And Nicholas Gutierrez's brother, Eduardo, is on the bench. The Orta brothers are out there. The Diouf brothers are out there. It is a family affair. And they all have one thing that unites them, and it is this love of this game. Able to get out of the jam as there was a lot of red shirts around the Mustangs player. He was able to free himself. But the Fire have it again. Play it into the box. And Alexander will let that just go by, be a goal kick. As we said last night in our broadcast, the way that this Meadowcreek Stadium is designed, here on the near side, you won't be able to see the corners. You can see just to the right of the screen, you can see how the design, it angles to where you can't see the corners. So we won't be able to see those. And you can see that black line is the touch line. It is a wide facility, but it is to the limit that this stadium can handle. And you'll see it holding up, slide in, cleared. You'll see it when there is a corner over on the far side. It is as close to the edge as it can be without being obtrusive. Be a throw for the Mustangs. Orta will throw it in. Diouf has it. He'll play it over to the far side. Wanted to turn and make the run, did Stanley Etienne, but he wasn't able to do so. Good movement. Shot up and over the bar. Out for a goal kick. Said last week, the Mustangs traveled north to CSLA Stadium in Chattanooga to take on Scenic City SC. They come away with a 3-2 victory. Goals were scored by Carlos Orta, Sebastian Garaby, and Juan Penagos. See if they can continue their scoring ways early in the season. End of the season, we will crown a Golden Boot of the season. As well as we will have a Golden Glove. Sebastian Farias is generally the starting goalkeeper for the Mustangs. He is on the bench for the first half. Wouldn't surprise me to see him come in for the second half. The LSA system, they generally like to use a keeper for each half. There's a mistake on that pass and a release for the Mustangs, but that pass cut off. You could see what Ramirez was trying to do. He was trying to put that ball into the channel for Penagos. Headed away. And you can just see, if you watched that match last night, this Mustangs crew is just moving significantly more fluid than their Norcross brothers. You could see that the Norcross team were just a little off on their communication. This Mustangs crew, they are on the hunt. I think that they're going to be a big threat throughout this season for top honors. Definitely, probably a favorite to make it into the playoffs. Diouf goes through the man, earns a foul. This is about right at 35 yards out. Two-man wall for the Mustangs. Lifted into the box, punched away by Diouf. Alexander had to come up and just punch that ball away. Coming back in, Alexander will grab it on the bounce. He had a couple times to play in the Premier Division last season, spent most of his time down in Division 1. As I said last night, this LSA organization has a very extensive roster. Shot! Grab there by Diouf. And that's why it made it such a perfect decision to split the organization and expand the opportunities for these players, as they had the Norcross Pro in Premier last season, and they had 3 teams down in Division 1. So it only made proper sense to split it up and move some players up. Into the box is Atlanta Fire. Good tackle from Orta. Another good one, and he thought about clearing it, and finally does clear, but it goes right back into Fire control. And that one just kind of found its way past multiple players before getting to the fireman, but he is cleared. Xavier fighting for it, loses it. That one deflected off the defense. Shot again. That one over the bar and out for a goal kick. Fire starting to get aggressive with their attack. See the referees for tonight's match. Christopher Haggerty, our center official. Adonis Merritt and Ivan Abastian are ARs, and Carlos Rondon is our 4th official tonight. Sent out. Fire will come away with possession. Through the midfield, still possessed by the Fire. They play it over here to the near side. Good give and go into the box, slide across, cleared off the line by Ramirez, and Diouf trying to clear it completely. Comes back into a potential. He goes down. It does not make contact with the hand because he was in the box. That would have easily been a penalty. That ball rolls out. It will be a throw for the Mustangs. Mustangs defended that with every means necessary. Able to come away without conceding a goal. Eduardo Gutierrez is who went down to protect that goal. He's able to get down, stay down, not allow to be touched. This ball will roll back to the Fire keeper. He will just clear it out. That ball will roll out. It will be a throw for the Mustangs. Christopher Haggerty, our center, just let match hold up for a second so the Fire player could get his shin guard / boot in order. Not able to control that ball. Fire possess. They will send it away, and that'll be headed out by Eduardo for throw. Garaby will lay it off. Up to Diouf. Xavier gives it back to the defense. It'll go back to Alexander. Update over at Snellville, Georgia, at Charlie Jordan Field. It is 1-1 between SSL and Pachuca, Georgia. Another ball over the top, trying to run it down is Penagos. He's able to do so. He slides it across, shot, saved by the keeper. Good job from the Fire keeper to get down. Keep control of that ball. Now here comes the Fire attack. Headed away by Garraby. Back in. Alexander goes down. But no foul is called. Straight up into the air. Fire really aggressive with their attack. Lose the ball. Nice tackle. Ball too far for Penagos. He could have really had an opportunity there if that ball was hit with a little softer of a pass. You have a player down. Defender for let's see who that is. Looks like it's a cramp. Let's see who that is. Eduardo Gutierrez is helping try to work that cramp out. It's been significantly warmer. You know, we're only in early spring. 22nd of March. We're sitting at 82 degrees. It's pushing 90 in the Midwest. This will be a drop ball for the Fire here in the 20th minute. LSA Mustangs 1, Atlanta Fire United 0. Goal in the very first minute by number 11 Penagos for the Mustangs. Back to the keeper. We're back underway here in the 20th minute. And the Fire keeper will just boot that thing good 70 yards. Back to center circle for the Fire. They'll play it over here to the near side. Win possession does the Mustangs, being pressed hard. Able to get past the first one. Able to get a little bit of a deflection. That ball go out. It'll be a throw for the Mustangs. Atlanta Fire, they are pressing the Mustangs. They are attacking with numbers. They've looked well since that mistake in the first minute. They were just kind of caught off guard with how quick the Mustangs players were coming out. They were kind of just nonchalantly moving the ball around in the early stages, passing it. And Pentecost just nicks it off of the defender, goes around the keeper, puts it in the back of the net. It's 1-0. Here's Pentecost again. He's onside. He'll have to lay it off to Xavier. He'll play it over here to the near side. Ramirez, he'll put it forward, but nobody's there, and it goes out. That's another player to keep your eye on, Alexander Ramirez for the Mustangs. He had a fantastic fall season in the 2025 season here in the Georgia Conference. Nice little back heel into space, allows the runner to flow forward, doesn't able to keep control, commits the foul. It will be possession for the Mustangs a little farther back. Stop and go there from himself. Played into space. Etienne will get there. Lays it off. Ramirez couldn't get control of it. Gets back into fire possession. They look to counter quickly, but too quickly. Nobody is able to even make a run for it before it even rolls out for a throw. Halfway through the first half, LSA Mustangs hold on to that 1-0 lead here at Meadowcreek Stadium in Norcross, Georgia. Diouf with a nice move around the Fire player in the midfield, but the defender is able to clear that ball. Orta, he'll play it back to Alexander. Eduardo will play it back to Alexander. He will send it on the ground forward. Turn, give it. Nicolas Gutierrez plays it over to the far side. Two of the brother crews right there, Alexander and Xavier trading passes. That one will come over here to Eduardo. Now to Orta. Able to keep it in. Good work there by the fireman. Around Eduardo, but it's going to easily roll into possession of Alexander. Luis Orta, one of the who's moved forward there in front of Eduardo. Another one of players with a brother on the squad. Carlos is on the bench. Probably see Carlos become a part of this match a little bit later. Ramirez goes down. No foul is called. Center official Haggerty telling Alex Ramirez to get up. He did not see enough in that to warrant a foul. In the box, deflected, out for a corner for the Fire. First corner of the night for the Fire, or for any team for that matter. This will be an in-swinger. To the far post and beyond. Not able to control that ball. It's going to go out. It's going to be a throw for the Mustangs. Fire with this throw. That ball deflected off of the Fire, but didn't go out. Still in possession, and that one will be nicked off of Xavier. It'll be a throw once again for the Fire. That'll be the second corner of the match for the Fire. This one will be in that little void that we talked about. Won't be able to see the strike of the ball, but we'll see it going towards goal. Here comes a long outswinger that is cleared. That one hit with a little too much. Both teams struggling to gain possession there. That'll be a foul committed by the Mustangs man. Good flick over the top into space, but cleared by the Mustangs defense. Another corner. And that's the part of the game that let LSA Norcross down last night against Kalanchi Pro Profile was the corners. Kalanchi Pro Profile had 2 goals last night. Of their 4 came directly from corners right into the far post. We'll see if the Mustangs suffer from the same problem. Put to the far post, punched away before it could get there. Haggerty having to jump out of the way there. Before that ball could get to the far post, Alexander Diolf jumping and knocking it away. His brother Xavier goes down, earns the foul. Penagos lays it off to Carrera. Able to get that forward, but not going to be able to get it in possession of Etanin. It'll make it its way back to the keeper for the Fire. He will throw it. So a big mistake right off of kickoff leads to a goal for LSA Mustangs. Since then, the Fire have been very, very aggressive trying to find the equalizer. That was almost there. Sent long into the midfield. Carrera will control it, play it back to Penagos. Penagos gives it to Luis Orta. And Luis will play it back to Eduardo. He'll go over to Garaby. Garaby has space to move forward, gives it to Orta. Orta coming all the way from his left back roll to the right side. That ball will go out. It'll be a throw. That ball will be nicked away, and yet again, another corner. Fourth of the night for Atlanta Fire. So far, the Mustangs have yet to have a corner. This will be another outswinger, I would assume. You can see him crowding Alexander. Headed away. And that was exactly what Kalanji Pro Profile did last night. Now this one's spilling over here to the near side, and it is knocked out for a goal. The striker for Atlanta Fire for all of these corners has gone straight into the space of Alexander Diolf. It stands right with him, trying to shield him. That time, the ball was over there on the far side. The header was made, and the defender cleared it. Lifted towards the box. Not able to control it, and cleared by the Mustangs. Penagos not able to control it. Over to the far side. Oh! Good idea. Good movement of the ball by Atlanta Fire. Shot was taken. It was over the bar, out for a goal kick, but it was not without merit, because that was a really good opportunity for the Fire. See here, move the ball around quite well in the midfield, play it forward. Nice process over and across, and that shot just over the bar. As we come back live, moving into space is Sebastian Carrera. And that ball's knocked out, be a throw. Orta with a throw in to Carrera. He'll play it over centrally. Nicholas Gutierrez gives it to Carrera, who's just able to get it over to the far side. Back to Garaby. He surveys. Lifts it forward. On the bounce, not able to get it to Etienne. Carrera there to get a little bit of a touch on it. Etienne's going to receive it. Gives it back to Penagos. Penagos will lay it off. Shot! A little bit of a deflection, and it almost found its way in. And that will be the first corner of the night for the Mustangs. Luis Orta almost got lucky on that attempt. I believe that's who took that shot. It'll be an in-swinger for the Mustangs. Right centrally passed. The near post out will be a throw. Excuse me, goal kick. 37 minutes have gone. LSA Mustangs 1, Atlanta Fire United 0. This is week 2 of the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. This is the last match of week 2. This is also week 1 of the Division 1 here in the Georgia Conference. Atlanta Fire take a shot, and that one's off the mark from the beginning of that shot. Both of our divisions here in the UPSL Georgia Conference, both Division 1 and Premier Division, are segmented off into 2 regions, the North and the South. In the Premier Division here, we have 9 teams in both the North and the South. In the Division 1, we have 11 in the North, 10 in the South. Foul committed by Mustangs. Fire get us back under quickly. Would not expect a lengthy stoppage time, if any at all, as this match has been pretty much underway throughout its entirety of the first half. A quick goal in the first minute. Only one real stop of treatment of a player that went down with a cramp. Good, no, it is not a good sliding challenge from Ramirez. Be a free kick for the Fire in center circle, right about at midline. Ball played forward. All alone over here on the near side. Fireman gets possession. Nice ball into the box. Played back. And that'll be a throw for the Mustangs. Good ball over on the far side to Etienne for the Mustangs. He keeps it in. Lays it off. Good ball to Carrera. Gives it back to Etienne, but Etienne cannot do the same for him. That ball will go out. It'll be a throw for the Mustangs. 40 minutes down. Neither team really have any success on goal since that opening minute. A couple interesting chances. Another opportunity was for the Mustangs, and then was called offsides. That ball was pushed over the bar. It will be a corner for the Mustangs. Their second of the match. So come in from the void. You can see absolute opposite when it comes to strategy in the box on this corner. That ball punched away. Keeper got up. I don't think he got an actual touch on the ball. Now, here comes numbers for the Fire. What a ball coming across. He has to hit the brakes. It allows recovery. Still chance over here near side. Coming through. Shot. Great save by Alexander Diolf. That is a sensational work by the Mustangs as they had a 2-3 disadvantage. Fire had 3 men coming at them. Only 2 defenders. But they were able, with a great save by Alexander Diolf, to hold off that challenge. That ball bouncing into the center official. He will stop play and let it be a drop ball. Back underway. Fire win it back. They look very dangerous once they get possession in the final third of the Mustangs. This ball over the top to Etienne. He receives it. Look to lay it off. That time played and offsides. Would have been a sensational goal. That is the second goal in this first half called off due to offsides. At this point, Pentecost would have had a hat trick if it wasn't for being called offsides twice. Foul committed. A yellow card will be issued to the Norcross man for that challenge. We'll take a look at it again. See, as this ball is coming from the midfield. And see, that's where the card was given. Not sure if that was Geronimo Perez who was called for that card or not. We'll find out after the fact, because that yellow card was in the 45th minute. This is a dangerous, dangerous ball for the Fire here at the end of regulation. This ball is about 24 yards out, almost dead center on the pitch. 5-man wall for the Mustangs. One player off just a few yards. Off the wall. Could not get that strike over the wall. Not enough space to get it up and over. Etienne will throw it long. A little bit of a touch from Xavier Diouf, but he's not able to give it in any way. But he's going to earn a throw. He wanted to lay that ball into space for Nicolas Gutierrez. Wasn't able to do so. Carrera is able to run that ball down, goes down, no foul. And there's going to be a foul there. Bit of a clumsy foul. You can see as this ball is trying to be played centrally, you see Carrera and Ramirez, as he comes up to grab this, just kind of gets pulled back by the fireman. Sebastian Carrera over the bar. And that one just squeaks by the goal, out for a goal kick. A little bit better take for him than the last one by the Atlanta Fire. We're 2 minutes into stoppage time. Would not expect to see much more of any. Played back to the keeper. Here on the near line. Controlled. But that's exactly what caused them in the first minute. Pentecost just runs it down, takes it away from the United man. Ball into space for Xavier to run it down. Not going to be able to get there. That ball will roll out. It'll be a throw. Down there in that little bit of void where we can't see the shape of this stadium. Pentecost able to clear it out to Carrera. He will play it back to Orta in quickly. Threads the needle back down the near. Nicolas Gutierrez. Offsides. And that is how we will end the first 45 here at Meadowcreek Stadium with the score LSA Mustangs 1, Atlanta Fire 0. A goal coming in the very first minute by number 11, Pentecost, and then it battled back and forth throughout the remainder of those 45 minutes. Both teams with opportunities, nothing to be able to put on the board. So we will go into halftime 1-0, let you have a few minutes to gain a snack and a drink. Come back, we'll give you 45 more minutes of action here at Meadowcreek Stadium. We end at the half. LSA Mustangs 1, Atlanta Fire 0.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Pavlovsky's able to just get enough of a touch on it to release it to Davies. Davies will send it forward. Usman Fall gets it over to the far side. Awanja Bedard deflected, and it's in! What a deflected goal for Kalanchi Pro Profile to take the lead. Awanja Bedard with the goal.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
And there it is, your 2025 UPSL Women's National Champions. It is the Albany Alley Cats.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Pavlovsky's able to just get enough of a touch on it to release it to Davies. Davies will send it forward. Usman Fall gets it over to the far side. Awanja Bedard deflected, and it's in! What a deflected goal for Kalanchi Pro Profile to take the lead. Awanja Bedard with the goal.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
And there it is, your 2025 UPSL Women's National Champions. It is the Albany Alley Cats.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome back here to Meadowcreek Stadium for this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action. It is LSA Mustangs 1, Atlanta Fire United 0. Larry Weber bringing you all of the action here on YouTube and our Rumble channel. Thank you so much for watching out there wherever you are, whether you are here in the U.S. or if you're across the pond in the U.K. Thank you so much for watching. Goal scored in the very first minute by number 11, Camila Penagos for the Mustangs. Good battle so far by both teams in that first half. Nothing else in there. Look at the scores as they stand right now. That was week 1. Week 2, 1-1 still over at Shiloh High School between Soccer Saves Lives and Pachuca, Georgia. 1-0 is what we have right here. It will be the Mustangs that'll get us underway in the second 45. They are in the yellow and blue tops, the hoop tops moving from left to right, all red for Atlanta Fire moving right to left to right, right to left, and all that good stuff. Here comes the referee crew for tonight's matchup. One more time, look at those guys that are out there working for us. Christopher Haggerty, center official. Adonis Merritt, Ivan Ivasinen are 2 ARs, and Carlos Rondon is our 4th official. Waiting for Carrera, who's standing over the ball. Voigt, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Notice Stanley Etienne, who's down here on the near side of the pitch, number 15 for LSA Mustangs. A little bit of a limp when he first came out. See if that goes away once he starts moving. Underway here in Norcross, Georgia. And Martinez just will take a whack at it, send it long. See if either one of these, see if either one of these teams can find the back of the net here in the second 45. Can the Fire find the equalizer? Can the Mustangs extend their lead? Again, they scored 3 last week to Scenic City. Ball bouncing in goal and headed away by the Fire. Nicholas Gutierrez lays it off, flipped immediately forward. Xavier Diouf straight up into the air. Nicholas Gutierrez will earn the foul. As we go into this second half, we will more than likely see substitutions coming in. If you're new to the UPSL, each team can make 7 substitutions throughout the match. And it is like lower league, where it can be at any time, like in the UK. Tried to control it to Etienne, give it over to Xavier Diouf. He puts it in the back of the net, and that is 2 for the home side, as Xavier Diouf puts that in the top netting to make it 2-0. Take a look again at this goal. You can see as Gutierrez puts this into play, and he goes right to Stanley Etienne. He gets a little bit of a touch on it. Xavier Diouf just gets a turn of those hips, buries it in the top netting to make it 2-0. So those in the chat that decided that the Mustangs were going to be the first to score in the second half, congratulations. You are the winners. And it is still Alexander Diouf who's in goal. Foul committed by the Fire. Get back underway, ball through center circle. Go all the way back to Garraby. He gets just enough of a touch on it. These crisp little passes here from the Mustangs. That pass off from Etienne, but he gets it right back. He'll choose to go outside into the box, but cleared by the Fire. Ramirez jumps. He's going to earn the foul. Didn't look like he was going to make too much contact with it. You see when this ball comes towards him, just enough of an obstruction from the Fireman earns the foul. This ball looks to be about 27, 28 yards out. You have Carrera and Penagos over it, both left and right, 4-man wall. Carrera to take, right into the wall, gets it back. Comes over here to the near side immediately to the far post. Far side of the box. Enough of a touch of that to go out. A deflection. It will be a throw for the Mustangs. Number 13 for Atlanta Fire should probably have just let that ball roll out and tried to, instead of trying to touch it. There's one card issued in the first half to a Mustangs player. I believe it was Sebastian Garraby who received it. We'll get confirmation after the fact. 4 corners for the Fire, only 2 for the Mustangs. Played into center circle by the Fire. It's a good start of the season for the Mustangs so far. 3 goals in the first match, 2 so far in this one. Nice ball over. Was he offsides? It's put away, and it is called a goal for Stanley Etienne to make it 3 for the Mustangs. Take a look at this again. I was kind of surprised. I thought they were going to call offsides on Etienne. See this ball over to Carrera. Or excuse me, that was Penagos. Over to Etienne. He's able to just nick it through. Penagos tried to sneak away to get the goal, but it's still going to be given, I believe, to Etienne. And it is 3-0. That ball is blasted out. "82 minutes gone over at Charlie Jordan Field. Still 1-1 between SSL and Pachuca, Georgia. So the first goal coming, there's a substitutions for LSA. So the first goal was to Penagos in the first minute. Then in the 47th minute, Xavier Duolf. And then in the 52nd minute, Stanley Etienne. See if we can pick up who came on and off. No foul was called there. Carrera to the far side. And that'll be a throw for the Mustangs. Atlanta Fire will be back in action next week. Next Sunday, they will be home to Chattanooga Red Wolves 2. That will be a tough challenge for them over at Pinecrest Academy Stadium. For the Mustangs, 2 wins. But now their season will be waiting for their next match, as they'll be off next week. They actually won't play again until the 10th of April. And they will take on the very same Chattanooga Red Wolves 2, except they will be going to Camp Jordan Stadium up in Chattanooga to take on the Red Wolves. It's a beautiful stadium up there. If you've ever seen the Chattanooga Red Wolves Stadium, it is amazing. Same as when you go up there and check out Chattanooga FC's stadium. That is a gorgeous stadium. Move the ball into space. One of the newly entered players, Antonine Ferez. But it'll be a throw for the Fire. So after this match, that is a foul committed by the Mustangs. Will that be a card? Take a look at it. And see, as this ball comes back for the Fire. And yeah, he's going to get called for that tackle. And it is outside the box. Just a couple yards. Here comes Fire substitutions, 3 of them. So after this match, Mustangs get almost 3 weeks off. It's almost Manchester United level there. Into the box, cleared by the Mustangs. Trying to run that down. Good turn by the Fireman. Loses possession right back, though. Good ball over the top. Diouf will be there. Diouf has a great game so far in goal for the Mustangs. That ball released into space. A bit of an acrobatic attempt earns a foul. Fire come away with it in center circle. Needing to find something to get out of this match. Need to get a goal if they can. Xavier Diouf sending that one away. Back in. Not able to locate that ball. Gets knocked out, and it will be a throw for the Fire. Two-thirds of the way done here at Meadowcreek Stadium. LSA Mustangs 3, Atlanta Fire United 0. That ball sent away. Ball knocked out. BA Mustangs throw. Eduardo Gutierrez was trying to sneak his way to win that before it went out for the throw. Wasn't able to do so. Going to earn a foul there, does the Mustangs. I believe that's Ramirez once again down. See who that is. No, that was Nicholas Gutierrez who was down. Good ball forward, deflects into the path of the defender. Nice turn. He was under immense pressure. Xavier Diouf. Nicholas Gutierrez's pass is cut off. Said not only is this the second week of the Premier Division here in the Georgia Conference, it's also week 1 of Division 1. Here in the UPSL. If you're new to it, here we have 2 conferences, or 2 divisions, excuse me, Premier Division, Division 1. There is promotion relegation between them. Player that's down for LSA is Nicholas Gutierrez. Here comes more subs for the Mustangs. 3 of them to be precise. Looks like Sebastian Carrera, Nicholas Gutierrez, and Sebastian Garabay are going to be the 3 that are stepping away. So next week, more matches to bring you. So on Saturday, Potros will play FC Birmingham in the North Conference. Catch that on Potros's YouTube channel. Saturday in the South, FC Columbus Elite will take on LSA Norcross Pro. And Georgia Revolution will take on Augusta Arsenal. That match will be down at Warhawk Stadium. FC Columbus Elite, that'll be over at Otis Spencer Stadium. That pass cut off. Mustangs play it down the near channel. Pranay loses it, but he comes back, receives it. Pranay again, he'll work it down to Orta. Carlos Orta will send it over for the switch. Not going to be able to get there to go out. It'll be a throw for the Fire. Now on next Sunday in the North, it'll be Pachuca, Georgia, home to Georgia Impact. Atlanta Fire home to Chattanooga Red Wolves 2. And Scenic City SC home to Soccer Saves Lives, SSL. Let's see, Diouf is down. In the South, it'll be UFA Lawrenceville, home to UMAFC. And Kalanji Pro Profile will be home to the newcomers Red Top SC. Red Top SC is an offshoot of Potros FC. See the trainer out there with that magic spray. Working on that quad of Xavier Diouf's right above the knee. So 66 minutes Mustangs holding that 3-0 lead. We are final over in Snellville, Charlie Jordan Field. 1-1 between Pachuca and SSL. That's how that game ends. Xavier Diouf on, well, thinking about sitting on the bench. Mustangs maintain possession. Fire. Work through the midfield, lay it off. Play it over to the far side. Deflected off of the Mustang man. Go out. It will be a throw. Diouf coming back on. He's going to give it a go. Good ball forward. Knocked out. Be a throw for the Fire. In substitution coming on for the Fire. In the final third of the Mustangs here. This would be where a long throw would be something good to have in your arsenal. Not to be the case. Knocked out and be a throw once again for the Mustangs. Fire wanting to shoot. That one streaks through out for a goal kick. Or no, they're going to call that deflected and call that a corner. 5th corner of the night for the Fire. A little ball knocked out by the ref. Trying to, and absolutely bottled it, did the Atlanta Fireman. Oh, that could have been at least their opener for the season. Alexander Diouf about to get us back underway. Good ball forward, but offsides once again. Since that first minute, the good chances that Camilo Penagos has had have led to being offside. That ball went out the touchline. It'll be a throw. Penagos had 2 balls that he put in the back of the net after that first goal, both of them called offsides. Good tackle there in the midfield. To center circle. Moving over here to the near side in the box. Took too long releasing that ball, allowed the defense to come back, gain control. It'll be a throw for the Fire. Controlled. Again, shot! That one deflected, and it will be a corner. Again, Alexander Diolf with a great keeping situation. Couldn't tell if he made full, complete contact with that or if that was the defender. This will be the 6th corner of the match for the Fire. Another outswinger. That one is head away from the defender for LSA. It'll be a throw for the Fire. Fire have been attacking throughout this match. They just have nothing to show for it so far. Had some really interesting opportunities in the last 10 minutes. And a foul. Another substitution. Diouf will send all the players forward, and he will just boot this long. Over the first line of defense. Able to get through that tackle. Just enough to get a heel on that ball, not to let it get to the striker. Sent away by the Mustangs. Can he get into it and get into open space? He can. Ferez will play it over to the far side, trying to do something with it. Shot right into the gut and able to save it off the line. Atlanta Fire keeper took that one straight to the chest. Had enough to hold it out of the goal. I believe it was Ferez who took that shot. Now Xavier Diouf lifts it to the backside. Cleared by the Fire. That's a bouncing ball over the first line. And he's able to run it down so he doesn't have to lay it off to Alexander Diouf. They lose it in the midfield. Sent into stands. It finds its way back deflected wise. Be a throw for the Fire. Turns, shoots, but just not enough on that ball. And it's just easily wrapped up by Alexander Diouf. 76 minutes. LSA Mustangs 3. Atlanta Fire United 0. Played over here to Gutierrez. Plays it back from Monroy to Diouf. Now, Pranay will give it back to Diouf. And he'll come back over here to Monroy. Monroy surveys the field, moves forward, gives it centrally to the far side. 2-on-1. Fire come away with it and earn the foul. Just about at midline, back underway. Play it here to the near side. Lose possession, but earn a foul. Foul called on Ferez there. With 43 yards out, either look to it, square pass, or just lifted into the box. Lifted into the box is what it'll be, but right into the hands of still working that far line is the Mustangs. Foul committed. Atlanta Fire have 12 minutes plus any stoppage time if they want to see if they can find a goal. A little bit of a overexertion by Ferez leads to the foul there. No card though. You see the last bit of substitutions for the Fire are up. I could say 7 substitutions per match for both teams. And just like you would see in lower league UK soccer, they don't have to be in windows like they do in professional soccer here in the US, so it can be throughout the match. I know that sounds weird, but yes, MLS did have a rule put in place through COVID where substitutions had to be within windows. It's still in play as far as I know. Fire. Play it back to the defense. That one knocked out. It'll be a throw for the Fire. Mustangs win it back. Diouf tried a little bit of a flick there, not able to get it to Ferez. They run it down, and it'll be a throw for the Fire. 80 minutes in. If you're wondering why, not being specific with any of the Fire players, name-wise, it's because it didn't receive a roster. Unfortunately, another byproduct of lower league soccer. Good little 1-2 passing there between Orta and Diol. Plays over to the far line. Put into the box. Oh, that should have been number 4 for the Mustangs. That was perfectly built. And a foul committed by Pranay. That was a perfect sequence for the Mustangs to make it 4. Just wasn't executed on that final pass like it should have. Headed out, and that'll be a goal kick. Set down the near line. Controlled by Gutierrez. Loses it, but earns the foul. Take a look at this last opportunity. You can see as this ball is played through and over to the far channel, and you see the runner coming into the box and just not able to make any direct contact with it. He'll want that back. He'll be driving home thinking about that one. Those are the kinds of chances that are in your nightmares. Towards the box. I believe it was Gustavo Ortiz that had that opportunity. I wasn't able to complete it. Ball was still moving per the center ref. He wants it to be in control before getting back underway. That shot is not hit with any force from Carlos Orta, easily grabbed by the keeper for the Fire. Not the greatest of clearances. That'll be a Fire throw. Played back to Diouf. He's had a great match tonight. Great 85 minutes in goal for the Mustangs. Through center circle. Haggerty, our center official, getting out of the way. Into the box, and Diouf is there. 5 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. Mustangs holding on to a delectable 3-0 lead. Goals in the first minute, 47th and 52nd minute. That's how we get to 3-0. Diouf is going to come away with it. Played here to the near side. Orta He'll take a shot. Bit of a deflection, and it finds its way into the back of the net. Bad luck for the keeper for Atlanta Fire. You got to feel for him on that one. Take a look at this attempt, and you can see as this ball, make sure this is the right, that was the one from previous, excuse me. Let's show you the proper one. As you can see here, as Orta lines up here, takes the shot, and it just bounces its way into the back of the net. Got to feel for him. 4-0. Probably not going to see much of any stoppage time with the score like it is. Bouncing through, Diouf is there. And Diouf clears it to center circle. Mustangs find it through. Nice ball forward, not able to get it there. Another blunder there that he is going to want back. That's 2 opportunities to find a goal, and that is a high boot, and that will be a yellow card. Yellow card issued in the 89th minute for that high boot to the Mustangs man. Got to feel for Gustavo Ortiz. He's had 2 perfect opportunities that he has not been able to capitalize on, and I mean, this would easily be 6-0. Seconds away from the full 90, plus any stoppage time. Xavier Diouf lays it off. Given to Pernay. He'll send it forward. Turn, give it to Diouf. That pass cut off by the Fire. Just unable to have any success tonight. And a foul. No card issued. You can hear the fans in the stands calling for a card. Would not expect this to last too much longer. Already 90 seconds into stoppage time. Into the box. Bouncing through. Pranay not able to get ahead on that. That pass cut off. Advantage was played. Fire down the near channel. Into the box. What a tackle. Did he call that a penalty? I believe he did. It looked like a fair tackle to me. That looked pretty fair to me. Take a look at this again. Ball down the near channel. It's Gutierrez. I can see a little bit of a trailing leg there from Gutierrez. So this gives an opportunity for Atlanta Fire to salvage something. Bit of a delay with medical on Eduardo Gutierrez, who committed the foul. This will be a penalty. This is more than likely the very, very end of this match. Gutierrez will have to move off since the trainer came on. He will have to go to center. Alexander Diouf has been solid all match. And a save from Alexander Diouf. He keeps the clean sheet, and that is how it ends. And that is very apoplectic to this match as we end with the score 4-0 for the LSA Mustangs over the Atlanta Fire United. Great match for LSA Mustangs. Atlanta Fire United, they will have to rebound, get ready for the home opener next weekend against Chattanooga Red Wolves 2. LSA Mustangs will have some time off before they're back at it. And that will do it for us here at Meadowcreek Stadium. Thank you so much for watching this ASMG TV coverage. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get all our content, not just these live matches, but highlights, interviews, podcasts, so very much more right here on ASMG TV. That'll do it for us tonight. We will be seeing you next week here in the Premier Division, also maybe in the Division 1 as well. So until then, my name's been Larry Weber. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time here at ASMG TV.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.